Hello, everybody, and welcome to another Ask Dr. John video. This is a video series that we've created about American Change Agent, a life and legacy of seeking diversity, equality, and inclusion, a book by my father, Dr. John F. Leeke, with yours truly, Ananda Leeke. How are you, Dr. John?
Oh, fine today. Day's another nice day, and I'm looking forward to continuing to share about our book.
All
Let's
right.
go.
Okay, let's go, y'all. Here we go. You heard him. So today's video focuses on the question, are there any sections, chapters, or aspects of our book that truly represent you and why? So you heard the question. Let's jump right into it.
Yes, there are, and I- I think I want to say chapter one, which is all about my ancestors, the folks who came before me. The This chapter was not originally one that I would have said was all that significant. However, going back and looking and I've had some help with this because want to give a real shout out to my niece Ellen Cook. She's I would say she's the genealogist of our extended family. She's the uh, niece of Teresa's sister, and she had started to trace our ancestors on both uh, her side, Teresa's side, and on my side, and it was amazing the kind of information she got. Well, I started to use that along with taking using an opportunity with the two ancestry sites, and the one that clearly was very powerful for me and has had a significant impact was the ancestry that I was able to trace on both sides of my family that went back to identify my connection to Africa.
And that was
Yeah,
AfricanAncestry.com, everybody.
yes, thanks, Bob. And after doing the work and so forth and got the results, I was, I just have to say to you, I was floored. I was just completely surprised because that it was in the high 98, 99 connection. And one was to Nigeria and to specifically uh, the Yoruba people. And on the other was Ghana, and that was the connection to the Akan. And I think that the thing that was so significant for me is today I have a tremendously strong relationship with a family from Nigeria who are of the Yoruba people. Uh, Teresa and I have uh, been their uh, sponsors when they gained their American citizenship, the husband and wife, John and Basse Adelaide. And we are the godparents to their children. And there hasn't been hardly anything that they have done that we have, as members of an extended family, been present. Birthdays, um, other holidays, graduations, and most recently, my goddaughter Shia and her marriage. So that's why I'm saying, um, boy, that chapter had so much in it that had such meaning, and I think in all of that it says a lot about who I am. There were a couple of other chapters that are very meaningful to me. Uh, the the chapter that is near the end about my family, in which that first I take time to talk about Teresa, uh, and our life together, and then the four M's: Michael, Madeline, Mark, and Matthew. And the addition for two of them, Michael with his partner Lou, and Matthew with his partner Pam, which has become my full family. The other thing that is also in that, on the family, that has a great deal of pride, and I'm so proud of what my children had to say about who their father was and how I had impacted their lives. Um, those are two of the chapters. Now, the other chapters are also very significant because they go into some pretty good detail about the kinds of things that I did uh, in my work, as an educator, my work as a staff person at the National Education Association for 17 years, and then 30 years of work as uh, a consultant, running my own business and being connected to uh, the most significant diversity firm that got started in the 70s. We did things in Elsie Wycross Associates that are now being talked about because we were the trailblazers. We defined racism. We defined institutional racism. We were dedicated to the concept of diversity, inclusion, and justice and equality. Uh, so I'm sure the readers will be able to take away things from that, and especially the folks who are out there doing the work now in 2025. Um, yes, I uh, I think they are significant aspects of the book.
All right. Wow. Well, everybody, there are 22 chapters, and every chapter is special. For me, the first several chapters that talk about our ancestors, that talk about John's life and his family, the Roberts, the Joneses, the Leeks, all of his family members, and the photos that in the first several chapters are incredible. And shout out to uh, everybody that has played a role in making sure that those photos look amazing, from my brother Matthew, and gathering them and scanning them, to Gigi, our graphic designer slash editor, to my aunt Pauline, who kept those photos, and my grandmother Frederica. These are Robert's women, who kept amazing photo albums, and that had the names of the people, and they told me stories, made me memorize the stories so I would know. Uh, and little did we know that we would actually need them at some point. One of the chapters that I really appreciate is the first chapter, where we talk about our Leeke ancestors, Catherine and Peter Leeke, that were the parents of 14 children that we know of, that escaped slavery in Hagerstown, Maryland, around, let's say, around the late 1830s, early 1840s. And they made their way on foot, on buggy and horse and buggy, and on steamships. They made their way across the Detroit River to Amherstburg, Canada, which is in the Ontario part of Canada. And they were able to escape. They decided, whatever it was, they just said, we're out of here. And they successfully made it. And for 16 people that we know of, for them to do that at that point in time is just miraculous. And to have access to the story that was included in my great great grandfather's obituary in the Lansing, I can't remember the name of the newspaper, but the obituary was written like an article, and it said he passed in 1927. It said, a 102-year-old former slave um, has passed, and his story was included, and they mentioned all of that, and it matches up with the census records in Canada, as well as the records in the United States. And the fact that we were born in Flint, Michigan, three of my brothers, and that we spent some time in Michigan. Um, and then there were stories that my grandfather told us about his uncles, his father, and his cousins in Michigan. It all lines up. It all lines up. So that first chapter is so juicy, and it means so much to me. So yeah, I think we'll put a pin in it right now, and we'll thank everybody for listening. Thanks, Dr. John, for sharing. And if you want to know more about this amazing book, American Change Agent, A Life and Legacy of Seeking Diversity, Equality, and Inclusion, go to anandaleek.com/Dr. John. That's anandaleek.com/Dr. John. When you reach the website page, you'll be able to see the cover of the book. You'll see the back cover, our bios, and a summary of the book. There'll also be additional information about book readings and book talks and other videos from this Ask Dr. John video series in the coming days and weeks. So stay tuned, and we'll see you next time. You got anything you want to say, John, before we leave?
Just take care. I'm thoroughly enjoying having this opportunity to share this sort of previewing before you have the opportunity to get the book and read it, and I am sure you will enjoy it. And let me just say, this is a book about family done by family.
Oh, I like that. All right. We out of here, y'all. See you next time.